What is up, YouTube? This is Flair here, bringing you another PO battle. Yeah, I'm going to start getting into this now, so deal with it. Anyway, this was up against Cowen. This is a guy I just randomly matched up with, and it turned out to be a pretty decent UU battle. I gotta say, it was one of my better UU battles that I've fought, so let's just get it started. He leads off with his Gengar, and I lead off with my Swampert, just to get those Stealth Rocks up. He goes for a Protect, predicting a move. I don't know why, but I just go for my Stealth Rocks. Seems pretty easy, but then he Giga Drains and my Swampert goes down pretty hard. So I really didn't foresee that. So I send out my Arcanine. He goes for a Protect as I go for Flare Blitz. He protects it. It was a pretty good prediction. And he just goes for a Psychic, and I live a critical hit Psychic from a Gengar and use Flare Blitz to KO his Gengar. The recoil takes me out 33%. I only had 16, so I die. Snorlax comes in. Stealth Rock deals some pretty good damage. I send up my Hitmontop that uses Grass Knot. No, it's actually my my Zoroark. And Zoroark is just a beast in this battle because I go for a Nasty Plot and it works wonders. And I'm just resisting Shadow Ball like a boss. I don't even know why he's even using it. Flamethrower, it actually deals a really decent amount of damage considering the Snorlax. So for some reason he's still using Shadow Ball. It's probably his only move. So I go for a Night Daze and it KOs Snorlax. He was probably going to go for a Rest anyway, so sent out pretty good. He sends out his Armaldo and I just go for a Flamethrower, just beat the crap out of that thing. Now I'm continually taking damage from Life Orb, so that's the only reason why my health's going down. So he sends out his Suicune. I'm just going to Grass Knot it out of there. It seems just a waste putting his Suicune out like that. His Weezing goes out, so I go for a Flamethrower, and I KO the Weezing too. So his last Pokemon is going to be a Blissey, and unfortunately I'm not going to KO it at this turn. I do a decent chunk considering it's a Blissey. Zoroark goes down, and he goes for a Seismic Toss. So I send out my real Hitmontop now, go for a Fake Out just so I can deal that extra little damage. And I finally finished the game after he flinches with a close combat. This is a very, very short match, so I'm making this a doubleheader. So I'm going to try to see if I can find another UU battle after this because I only planned on doing one. But since it's considering so short that I'm just going to do two. So I'll see you when I get the next battle. Okay, so I am back. I couldn't find an OU battle in my battle logs. So I just found an old UU battle that I had against Columbo. This was one of the most trollish battles that I've ever had in my life. It was, I can't explain it. Just you have to watch it for yourself. So I'm going to put it at normal speed. He leaves off with Tyranitar and I go for Politoed. So it's basically a weather war here. I go for Scald and he goes for his Stealth Rocks. Alright, no big deal. I'm just going to go for another Scald to KO his Tyranitar. And now he's going to bring in his Nidoking. And I'm thinking, okay, Nidoking, he has Toxic Spikes. Alright, it sashes after a Scald. And he sets up another Toxic Spikes. Ice Beam, and I KO his Nidoking. But he got up all of his Toxic Spikes and all of his Stealth Rocks, which isn't good, considering I don't have a spinner. So it's a Ferrothorn, and I'm missing with Focus Blast like I'm trying to hit a bronze side of a barn. And I'm missing it like bad. And he's setting up all of his spikes. I finally hit, and it doesn't kill him. He sets up another spikes, and now what does he do? I Focus Blast, I miss, and he goes for Power Whip. So Politoed's dead, and now I just send in my Zweilous. I love Zweilous, and he's just amazing with Fire Fang, but I hit the Fire Fang, which is good, and KO his Ferrothorn, so that's decent. Of course, Zweilous is Eviolite. Sometimes it's Forretress now, and he's Rapid Spinning for no reason, and he could have just like sent in a Pokemon that he should have done earlier, but Fire Fanging again, and it only did 41%, and this is like very defensive, I know, but that's ridiculous. Times 4 super effective Fire Fang. Rapid Spins, Zweilous dead. And now I send in my Porygon 2, and I get Toxic, Stealth Rock, Spikes, everything, but I get the download, Special Attack rises, and I go for an Ice Beam, and he lives it with 1%, and because I really didn't have any other moves. Tri Attack wouldn't do much either, But I figured, all right, I'm just gonna go for the tri attack because it. God forbid he like switches or something. But why would he? Fortress dies. Now things are gonna get really bad. He says that a Ryalu. I'm like, okay, who uses Ryalu? He roars. I understand what he's doing now. He just copycats roar. Copycat roar. He's poisoning and damaging all my pokes. So basically, luckily I had the Lumberry, but he's faster than my Raikou. And my Alakazam gets stripped out. Luckily he had Magic Guard, but he keeps doing it and doing it and doing it. And this is why it was so trolly. Porygon 2 comes out, and I think he outspeeds Porygon 2 as well. I even say, stop spamming. Copycat, roar, back to Raikou. It's just, it was terrible. It was a very, very, very trolly match. And he keeps copycatting, roar. I get into my Azumarill, and I'm like, thank God. Because if I just switch into Azumarill, he would just get roared out anyway. I go for Aqua Jet. My Aqua Jet, he has a sash. But now he can't, copycat and Aqua Jet. Well, I mean, copycat and, other thing. So, I go for the Protect, he goes for the Protect, and I go for another Aqua Jet, and here's where things get weird. I get hit by the poison, and he endures. Ugh. Aqua Jet does nothing, and I die from poison. How trolly is that? Anyway, Raikou comes in, and he dies from spikes and stealth rocks. Not looking good for me. Alakazam, since he has Magic Guard, he protects and he fails. And I was so happy when that happened because I can finally take out the Ryalu. Oh man, how... And then he sends out Gengar. Gengar comes in. I Psychic. He sashes it. He went for Hypnosis and he misses. I'm like, thank you, Lord. Psychic kills the Gengar. I win the match. It was the trolliest match. Whatever you want to word it. It was terrible. I just felt like it deserved to go on YouTube. How I pulled myself together in this because I was like having a nervous breakdown with that Ryalu. I've never seen it used before like that. It was just really weird. So that's the battle for today. Comment, leave, even subscribe. I don't care. Go hit the yellow button or whatever button it is now. Always changes and shit. Well. I'm trying to think of anything else to say. Alright, I guess not. I guess I'll see you later.